Number 10. Sharon Tirabassi. Sharon Tirabassi is one typical lottery winner who blew it all. She cashed a check for 10.5 million Canadian dollars in 2004. Sharon spent her winnings on designer clothes, exotic trips, lavish parties, loans to friends, and other big-ticket items that she didn't really need, like a $200,000 Cadillac. It took her less than a decade to lose it all and go back to working part-time, riding the bus, and living in a rented house. The house is gone, the car is gone. The only thing that isn't are her kids, who Sharon is now struggling to support with her low-income job. Number 9. Suzanne Mullins. Suzanne Mullins won the lottery back in 1993 and opted for yearly payouts instead of a lump sum. She planned on splitting the 20 annual payments of $47,800 with her husband and daughter. However, within 5 years, she'd found herself in debt and used her future payouts as collateral for a $200,000 loan. Mullins later switched to a lump sum payout but never paid back her debts. The loan company filed suit and won judgment for a $154,000 settlement, but they haven't collected anything because Mullins reportedly has no assets. She blamed the debt on the lengthy illness of her uninsured son-in-law, who needed $1 million for medical bills. Number 8. Ken Proxmire. Ken Proxmire, a machinist from Michigan, won $1 million in the 1977 Michigan lottery. Proxmire used his winnings to indulge his inner entrepreneur. He moved to California and went into the car business with his brothers. It took him 5 years to lose it all and file for bankruptcy. Well, his life's simple now, with no big talks of riding in limos or owning a helicopter. He's back to his old life and is a machinist again. Number 7. Willie Hurt. Willie Hurt is an example of good things happening to bad people. Prior to 1989, Willie Hurt was a happily married family man who was fairly well known in his community. But all that changed when he won $3.1 million in the Michigan lottery. Within 2 years, Hurt separated from his wife, lost custody of his children, blew through his fortune, and was charged with attempted murder. His lawyer claimed all the money went towards Hurt's messy divorce and his crack cocaine addiction. Number 6. Alex and Rhonda Toth. Florida couple Alex and Rhonda Toth hit the jackpot in 1990 when they won $13 million in the Florida lottery. They were broke by 2006 due to court fees. Winning the money had caused a rift in the family that resulted in tons of legal drama and expenses. Alex was even arrested numerous times for growing marijuana plants and for writing bad checks between 2002 and 2005. They were down to living in a tiny trailer on a half-acre of land, their only electricity coming from a power cord that was rigged up to their car engine. Alex died while awaiting trial for tax evasion. Rhonda tried to dodge the feds by claiming she was too ill to stand trial. Unfortunately for her, agents videotaped her moving around without the aid of crutches or a wheelchair. She was sentenced to 2 years in prison and ordered to pay $1.1 million to the IRS. Number 5. Janite Lee. Janite Lee, the 52-year-old woman, landed an $18 million payout from the Missouri Lottery back in 1993. She immediately began to contribute chunks of her wealth to various educational programs, community services, and political organizations. Besides the usual $1 million house and cars, Lee reportedly donated more than $1 million to Washington University, where her namesake reading room commemorates the occasion. She reportedly donated $277,000 to Democratic political candidates, earning herself meals with Bill Clinton, Al Gore, and even the president of South Korea. She didn't stop there. $30,000 went to the family of a South Korean church pastor who had passed away. The St. Louis Korean American Association received a house from her. Another Korean adoption-related association also benefited. Lee's philanthropy was expensive, but combined with her gambling habit, she lost $350,000 in a single year just for bank loans and credit card debts. Number 4. America Lopes. The Friends, construction workers from New Jersey, pooled their money for lottery tickets for years. 5 of them relied on a member of their little group, America Lopes, to buy the tickets. In November 2009, he collected their money and bought a Mega Millions ticket that won, but he told no one except lottery officials. When Lopes hit the jackpot, he told his boss he wouldn't be returning because he needed foot surgery, which he never received. He even filed for unemployment benefits after claiming the prize. In 2010, Lopes finally called one of the men in the group and told him about the winning. A few months later, his co-workers filed a lawsuit against him. As word of his luck spread, yet another man checked a website, found Mr. Lopes' name, and discovered when he had hit it big. A jury ordered Lopes to divvy up the winnings, $17.4 million after taxes, with his colleagues. It seems Lopes would have gotten away with his treacherous act if he just simply kept quiet. Number 3. Kaylee Rogers. In 2003, Kaylee Rogers was only 16 and earning $5.50 an hour when she won the National Lottery jackpot worth £1.9 million, or almost $3 million. At the time, she vowed to behave responsibly, but as teenagers often do, Rogers quickly changed her mind and began spending her windfall. She simply pissed away the money on homes, vacations, and also revealed later that she'd spent about $380,000 on cocaine. A few years and 2 attempts of suicide later, Rogers is a single mother of 2. She now works as a maid to sustain herself and her family, and she's paying off debt induced by her spending. Number 2. Michael Carroll. Michael Carroll's meteoric and widely derided rise began in 2002 when the then 19-year-old garbage man won almost 10 million British pounds. He enjoyed a celebrity status for a time in the British media as the self-proclaimed King of Chavs, a phrase that he emblazoned on his black Mercedes van. Throughout the next few years, Carroll gained infamy for his extravagant lifestyle, which included massive drug use, gaudy golden jewelry, expensive presents for family and friends, etc., etc. After buying a mansion known as the Grange in the English town of Swaffham, he terrorized the villagers, outfitting the house as a graveyard for his amateur demolition derbies and once using a catapult to vandalize local shop windows in the middle of the night. In 2004, Carroll was banned from driving for 6 months after being caught at the wheel of his new £49,000 BMW without L plates and insurance. In February 2006, he was jailed for 9 months for affray. It was noted in court while being sentenced that since 1997, Carroll had 42 previous offenses on record. After a few years, and after he spent all of his cash, he applied for his old job as a garbage man, but said he has no regrets about the way in which he spent his winnings. As of 2013, he lives in Scotland and works at the bread factory. Hey, that's at least better than his first job. Number 1. Evelyn Adams. Winning the lottery once is one thing. The odds are astronomical at best, and it's sort of like being hit by lightning. Evelyn Adams beat the odds by winning the jackpot not once, but twice, collecting a total of $5.4 million. Adams won the lottery in 1985 and again just 1 year later in 1986. But she was a heavy gambler, and instead of thinking that maybe it was a sign that she should put it away or invest it in something, she thought it'd be a great idea to spend it all gambling in nearby Atlantic City. And it wasn't long before Adams had lost all her money. 20 years later, Adams is broke and living in a trailer. Money doesn't always buy happiness, but it can if you know how to manage it. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you like it. Don't forget to check out our previous video.